So, we all have been talking about the Rell Bros and Rell Seas releasing, and pretty much everything that kind of correlates to that. But what we haven't talked about much was the weather change and how that can affect your progress, maybe just a little bit. And I know a lot of y'all watching this from home or wherever you're watching it from, and you're thinking like, yo, Daameh, what are you talking about? You're taking this out of proportion now. No. Just think about it. What if the weather made the sea react in certain ways, like having super heavy winds and like mini tsunamis and stuff like that? You know, like big waves coming. So, I don't know if y'all ever played this game on Roblox called Arcane Odyssey. It's another pirate game, but if I'm being honest, I played the game like way back then, and honestly, it's a cool game, but I couldn't see myself playing it no longer than I did. But inside that game, on their sea and their ocean and stuff like that, there's like these little waves and stuff. There's waves that come and it like kind of splashes on your boat, and if your boat not big enough, your boat sinks. And there's also like whirlpools and things like that, and inside the whirlpools, you know, you can pretty much just sink in the water. And we all already know that if you're a fruit user and you're sinking, bro, that's not a good look for you. That's not a good look for you, bro. That's bad. You're gonna drown, bro, and then you're gonna be mad at the game because you didn't think ahead of time, you know what I mean? But another thing that I was thinking that they might do with the weather and like the ocean and stuff, if you watch One Piece, there's a part of the sea that's called the calm belt. And I think it's called the calm belt. And what the calm belt is pretty much when the sea stays at a standstill, and that means that your boat won't even move just a little bit. Unless you have like a boost or something, that's the only way that I can see your boat, you know, moving. So you better get your paddles ready, cause you about to be paddling inside the calm belt, bro. And then that comes back to the other video that I made before this, when I was talking about certain members that you need. I don't know if it was before this or it was a couple videos ago. Certain talents that you need your like crew members to have, so you can repair your ship as you're going through like these different like sea events and stuff like that. You're going to need that. Trust me. Don't go into the game thinking that you can do everything by yourself. It's a One Piece game. It's a pirate game. And when have you ever seen a pirate aside from Mihawk? Bro, even Mihawk himself had to ally with Buggy and Crocodile, bro. If you watch One Piece, bro, and you really did your research, you know exactly what I'm talking about, bro. He had to do a full-on alliance with them just because, you know, he knew he couldn't do it by himself. But also, we all know that like having a reliable boat is like the most important thing to focus on. Like, which means if your boat take too much damage from the effects of the weather, you would pretty much have to restart and set sail all the way again. And knowing that the islands are like so far apart that they said, bro, that just knowing that itself, bro, you getting restarted to the island that you just came from and having to go travel again is annoying, bro. And not only that, so I was sitting here and I was thinking, right? For example, imagine if the island affects your fruit. Like the weather on certain islands affect your fruit. So let's say that you have, you know, crocodile fruit, the sand fruit, you know, the sand fruit, and let's just say that the island starts to like pour down raining. So it may make you vulnerable to like attacks, and it may like stop your like, you know, your fruit defenses. You know how like on the anime when you try to slice through somebody that have like a Logia and it go right through them, bro, that'll be no more. So now you don't even want the fruit no more, bro. Now you complaining. Now you want to get Phoenix, and now you want to get a whole different fruit because, you know, the effects of that one island. You know what I mean? So we're gonna get a bit off track here, and I'm gonna tell y'all, if you're not in a Rell Seas crew, go ahead and join ours. We have 540 members and counting. I don't even know how many I'll be at, you know, around this time, but join up. Right now is the best time for you to get into it before, you know, most of the roles are already taken up. There's still a lot of roles that haven't been took, We have left hand man, right hand man. We have the 5 tyrants, which is like the top 5 strongest people in the whole crew. We have, sword specialist, fruit specialist, and many more, bro. We have at least about 15, 16, 17, maybe even 20 roles. But go ahead, join up, and be a part of this crew. So what a lot of people do not understand is that the Rell Bros want to make the game to where like it's a true pirate game, and it's a game to where you can experience new things and like be surprised, bro, like when you're adventuring. So who knows what's to come next? So like I said, if you watch One Piece, every time they went to another island, it was always something new. It was always something new to experience. And that's exactly why you want to make sure that you have at least some decent members that you can like depend on, and like some crew members that they pick up where you lack. Like on your ship, you would at least need 1, a navigator, 2, a shipwright, and 3, a thief. Okay, so you're probably wondering why a navigator, a shipwright, and a thief. You'll need that navigator, bro, because like I said, you have to know where to go. Like imagine you going and you don't know where you're going at, bro. You're gonna end up on the whole opposite side of the damn map. You're gonna be wondering why, like, bro, why am I keep going and I'm not finding no island? This is because you don't have a navigator. And like I said, with all the sea events, you want to have a shipwright, so he can like supply you with more wood. He can work on your ship and work on building it up and upgrading it. And also a thief. Now you're probably really wondering, why would I need a thief, Daameh? Like that doesn't make any sense, bro. Look, the reason you need a thief is because it makes it way more easier. It makes it quick. So let's say you go to an island, right? And then there's a couple chests and stuff like that, and you don't have your thief talent up. Yo, just get your thief to get on the, get on that island. You get his little pick lock, do his little scheming and scanning, do his little tricks with his little tools, and guess what? Easy work, bro. Because look, I'm gonna be honest, this is a game that you can use whatever you want to like progress in the game, but I still want you to understand, yo, there's gonna be no lives literally playing this game, and they're gonna be having their own like little crews and stuff like that. They're gonna have like their navigators, and then bro, they're gonna be going to every map, taking over and getting super strong, bro. And then once they're strong, guess what? They're gonna start just terrorizing people for absolutely no reason. Why? Because that's what pirates do. That's exactly what pirates do, bro. They get bored and they just start doing whatever. So I want y'all to understand that y'all need to be prepared for this game, because coming into the game, bro, it's gonna be a lot of people grinding real hard. And I know this is about to sound so crazy, seeing that and being that I'm a pirate. Yo, I hope they have a nice bit of Marines. I'm not gonna cap, because there's gonna be a lot of people who just don't have the time to be on the game with these no lives and just be as strong as them. You know what I mean? So I hope that there's Marines like online crews that's powerful, that can, that can stop them. That can stop like these higher level people, for everybody who like don't have a crew that they're with, and people that's running solo. You know what I mean? Because not everybody's gonna be in the crew, and we can't assume that they will. Because imagine, bro, just hear me out, right? Imagine, bro, you're just fishing, right? And as you're fishing, all of a sudden, somebody just shooting. They just shooting at you. They throwing rocks at you. Gravity rocks coming from the sky hitting you while you fishing, bro. And you're a newcomer? No way, bro. See, that's why for my crew, like, I have a couple members enough to where like I can really like look over lower members. You know what I mean? Like, I have enough members to where like I can have my lower members call for backup, and they can have people like look over them. They can have like kind of like a bodyguard, and like watch them, progress and stuff like that, and teach them what to do. And for those who's becoming Marines, even y'all have to understand that you have to get that grind in, bro. Because nobody taking it easy on y'all Marines. I'm gonna be honest, a lot of us pirates, we coming for y'all. And like, I'm gonna be honest, once I get to a certain like level and I have a lot of strong crewmates, bro, I might just end up terrorizing the Marines, bro. I might just pull up and impale down and just cause ruckus. And why, Daameh, why you gonna cause ruckus? Because, bro, we pretty much like the Blackbeard pirates, bro. You know, we true pirates. We don't go to islands and save people. We go there and we terrorize. So look, y'all go ahead and comment down below what else that I didn't talk about that y'all think is gonna be in the game or that's gonna be in movie 3, because movie 3 will be coming very soon. And also comment down below if you're gonna be a pirate, a solo pirate, you know, like me, Hulk, or you gonna have like a big old crew, or if you're being a Marine, bro. And with that being said, y'all go ahead, subscribe and like the vid. See you on the next one.